We're going the wrong way, Tim.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be over there.
And I'm always walking the wrong way.
So the plan is pretty simple. I'm going to grab that. The plan is pretty simple. We're going to head over there, and it's going to take us 2 days. It doesn't seem very far for 2 days, but
Well, if you walk on one.
one little cheat is we're going to take the train here from Harwich town over to the next stop at Rabness, just to kind of cut out the first boring little bit and also make the journey just a little bit more manageable. I feel like I could walk it in the 2 days, but neither one of us really wants to push ourselves that hard, because it's already 14 miles a day as it stands with a little cutout.
You want to do 17 miles a day, and
yeah,
I damaged my knee doing 16 2 months ago. So
I mean, these wimps who just can't put the miles in. I mean, what do you do? I mean,
not that I've done like nearly over 100 miles in 2 weeks.
No, nothing like that. He's weak. He's only done 200 miles on the Thames Path. I mean,
100 miles, over 120.
Well, in one go, but the whole thing you did.
Yeah,
you?
well, I've not. I've got to go back and do the rest of it.
Oh,
There's like 80 miles I think to go.
Oh, 80 miles to go. Oh, I thought you did. You know, I thought you did the whole thing.
No, I did 120.
All right, so we've got 80 more to go. There you go. So we can kill his feet now, so that when we watch the last 80 miles of him doing the Thames Path, it can be us watching him hobble along on his legs, going, "Oh, Moldy's done me right in. It's all his fault."
I'm going to do that in summer because
yeah, it's going to be some good watching. I can't wait to see it.
12 days of walking, continuous in
well, not just
weeks.
walking though. You've been telling me a few of the incidents that have happened, and it's worth the watch. So
it got kind of sketchy and interesting in places. There's also some beautiful stuff as well. So.
Well, that's it. So a bit of everything. So get over to his channel, link in the description, and watch some of his stuff. So we're gonna hang tight here until the next train comes. I have no idea when that is. Hopefully,
10:26.
Oh, it was an hour in between, so we've lost an hour in a day. Woo! Yeah. So we've got a bit of a wait, but we'll see you on the other side. Yeah, so we're a little bit of camping today, and a little bit of a walk around the coastal area here. We're on a bit of a time frame. We need to get at least half of this done today to get to the campsite. We're hoping to camp under, I think it's something bridge. I don't really know what the name of it is, but there's a bridge which we're allowed to walk over, but they don't want us to walk over, which is a weird one. But apparently it's frowned upon, and they don't really want pedestrians on there. And I've seen on Street View there's signs on both sides talking about pedestrians and being very careful about this, that and the other.
Is it just because it's very busy?
Yeah, it's a really busy road. There is like a footpath there, but I'm like, okay, fair enough. But there's a main walking route that does go across it, so they haven't been able to stop pedestrians entirely, because otherwise the walk around is like a lot further. So, and we're going to hopefully camp underneath that bridge later today. But for now, loads of beautiful walking and some really interesting sights already. That is a building. Look at that. You got a little person on the top of it.
What is that? Is that random art?
I mean, that's somebody's house, is it not?
Is it random art or house?
That's a house. Someone's living in that. They've got to be. How does someone not live in that?
I have a Grayson Perry.
House.
The Grayson Perry house.
The Grayson Perry and FAT architecture. Ah, that's really cool. Well, that's a cool one, isn't it? Someone lives in it though, because there's cars here, and they've got bins. So, wow, what a house to live in, and a spot for it too.
It was signed by Grayson Perry, and he went to a thing in Colchester, or an exhibition. He wasn't there. It was all talking about this house. Now you can see it. So oh wow,
that is cool.
I didn't know that was here.
There you go. Surprise. First one of the day.
It is random art. You see, it is random.
Well, it's random art and a house. We were right on both counts. That is something else. That is awesome. And a horse, just to top it off. And look at that view. I mean, who doesn't want to be out here on a day like this, with views like this? I mean, this is an incredible start, to be honest. Wow. I mean, absolutely everything is going on.
Yeah.
Julie. Oh, it says lots of Julie on it, look.
Yeah, Julie.
The pregnant lady Julie. Oh, look, you've got like little safety pins. You've got the tape cassettes. That's cool. Love hearts.
The whole inside is sort of like a, I think, tapestry for murals.
Yeah. That is cool. I'm going to let you guys have a little view of that while I sort out my shoes a little bit. There you go. I think this right hand one needs doing up a little bit more. I've got the same problem I did last time, a little bit loose. Can you hear Tim over there shouting random art? It's the thing. He's shouted that at least 8 times now.
My catchphrase, I think.
Tim, can I just say? Random art! That would do the job.
But no,
Oh look, he's got his big one out, guys.
that is not the point.
Here's the catchphrase. Look out, Tim's about. He's got his big one out and he's behind me, guys. Don't keep an eye on him for me. Keep an eye on him. Tell me if he gets too close to that thing. I'll take it in the back of the head, I will. Baboosh! Somebody who doesn't know how to use a solar panel properly. They've got some shadow on that.
No scratches, feet attached, few dogs only, but it doesn't say scratch.
Ah, there we go, the loopholes. Lovely. Oh. Well, that's not the first time that's happened. It won't be the last. I've got so distracted filming for you guys. We were supposed to cut across this field and go under the bridge. Bit Jew Wizard style here. Should we straight line mission this? Here we go, straight line mission. Quick, I think there's an angry farmer. Quick. Wait, there's a cow over there. Leg it. And under we go. Yeah, you may notice it's not just me and Tim today. Cathy is with us. Hey. I'm actually using Ethan's bag, so thank you, Ethan. Clippos. You can see from my clippoed hands, it's a beautiful view, and we can also see the bridge that we need to cross next. My favourite is the orange, but I also do like the cola one. So let us know what your favourite one is. That's the contest this week. We're coming up for Suffolk. I meant to bring the sunscreen and I completely forgot, so I paid the price a bit. I think we need to go down here if we're carrying on.
Yeah, well, we have to leave that to you.
Right, I'm going to have a think about this. Well,
How far is it? Really?
Well, that's what I'm going to look at. So guys, this is the problem is my knee got a bit busted up earlier in the week and it's starting to really give me some jip, let's call it, and we've got many kilometers to go before we even camp today.
We've done the lemon tip, done Tatting Stone, we've done...
Because we'd have water here, we just have to use your filter, I suppose,
Yeah.
But that's not the end of the world. So if we went down there, we could go round and get back to the water line and we'd have a place to camp. But we're never making the plan, and we might have to call it a fail, which I think I might have to do. I'll be honest, I'm just getting absolutely destroyed. My knee is just, I've got the big challenge coming up. I can't mess my knee up more. I've got to be sensible. Yeah. Hi guys, hopefully you can see me all right. I've got the lights set up in a haphazard kind of manner, but hopefully that's good enough. Hopefully there's not too much glare, but we'll make do with whatever we've got. The sit rep is pretty straightforward. Tim is still putting his sleep system in his tent. I'm hoping he's got his tent sorted, but he's over there with his little red light. You can probably just see him in the distance there. The other side of this lake, there are a couple of lights moving around. We think there's maybe some fishermen over there or somebody else doing a bit of wild camping. Obviously it's a perfect spot for that sort of thing. I don't think they're going to give us any problem. I think they're going to be keeping to themselves over there. It's quite a walk around to get way around to us, and in fairness, they probably just think we're doing the same thing as them. I've got the most uncomfortable log ever, but it's better than sitting on the floor. Yeah. We've got a walk. You right? All right. Watch out for the water on the floor there, by the way. It's somewhere to your left. Yeah, so we've got some water set up. Well, we've got some water filtered, I mean. And yeah, we're ready to go with a little bit of cooking. Cool. I found out that Tim needs quite a lot of burn time, so I've prepared some nice fat logs. This is some really seasoned wood, actually. I'm really impressed with this stuff. I'm pretty sure this is some blackthorn. Blackthorn burns really well. But if it's not blackthorn, it's something similar because it's a very thorny tree. And a general rule of thumb that I go by is if it's got thorns, it'll burn really nicely, even if it's a bit green. But this stuff is seasoned, and it was off the floor, and it's just one big fat branch that I've managed to chop down with a few smaller bits as well to obviously build up the fire and get going. Now, I didn't bring any firelighter, but Tim tells me reliably he has. But there's a few dry bits of straw and leaves on the floor. I might see if I can't try to get something like that working. There's a little bit of stuff behind me. I'll have a little crack with that maybe. But if I fail, I'll get Tim to crack out his firelighter for me. Okay, that might work. That wants to go where I want it to go. Right, let's that like a lighter. There we go. Thin bits in. Really thin bits going. Once they're going, we're good. Yep. Slug attack, slug attack. Tim's getting attacked by the slugs.
I just lit my stove and they're not liking me on the stove.
Oh, that's a bit rough.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're tough tip now, so. Literally, his stuff is covered in slugs. I don't think I've seen one of mine yet, but I've not looked very hard, so I perhaps need to check all my gear now for slugs. Yeah. Oh dear. And these little black sluggies going everywhere. So, a little bit of that on the toast. Then, what did I do with my knife? It's there. Right. And normally I'd grate this, but we'll just chop some on. Do the best we can. There we go. There's no such thing as too much cheese when it comes to food or jokes. Yeah.
Or music.
Ooh, yeah. I'll grant you that one. But there are some things you don't want too much cheese on.
I'm trying to think of some.
I can think of one. Just won't make the cut.
Stop it.
More slugs?
I've got my cup. I've got my cup today. Really?
Right. That's rubbish for the morning.
Go away.
As is that. Little rubbish pile. This is home for the night. I didn't even bother with a tent. So it's just the Tyvek, sleeping quilt, and a slug. I have one slug inside already. Ah, the revenge of the slugs. Boom. He's gone a little way. Let's check for any more. We've got one slug in. Oh, so that could be one problem for this evening. Slugs getting in into my gear and in with me. Well guys, that's it for tonight. We're going to get settled down and chill out a bit longer before hitting the hay, and we'll see you tomorrow. And it will be tomorrow because you may have noticed today's video is a little shorter than normal. I thought I'd two-part this thing. Not that it really needs to be two parts, I suppose, but sometimes my videos are really long and I thought I'd keep it short and sweet and tomorrow you'll get to see what we do tomorrow in the morning and for our walk. So it'll be the same time tomorrow. You guys have fun. I'll see you then.